Now, Grok, which is an AI platform that is offered by the X platform, former Twitter, has really become a nuisance online with women complaining that their pictures are being morphed. Women are being made to wear bikinis just based on commands by users. Has artificial intelligence become a weapon against women? Because what you are about to hear is not a fringe misuse, it's not a one-off prank, it's definitely not creativity here. And it's not a story about artificial intelligence for sure. This is a story about what we are allowing artificial intelligence to do with women in full public view. And that's nothing but harassment. Formerly known as Twitter, X platform now has a AI chatbot called Grok. And Grok will literally do anything you ask Grok to do. If you ask Grok to strip a woman nude, Grok will do it readily. It's disturbing. It often complies, never says no. In fact, on December 30th, a film journalist, and let me tell you, this is not a story about artificial intelligence at all. It's about abuse, about what happens when powerful technology is left without boundaries and women pay the price. X, formerly known as Twitter, there is something really disturbing that's now playing out in full public view. Users have now discovered that by simply tagging Elon Musk's AI chatbot Grok, they could ask it to digitally undress real women. And the AI often complies. A normal photograph, fully clothed, publicly available photograph, within minutes can turn into a nude photograph, all because of, all with just prompts and comments requesting Grok to put her in a bikini, make her clothes transparent, make them kiss, and Grok just does not refuse. Grok spits out an image in barely a few seconds, exactly to what they want. Your wishes, my command. Grok is behaving in a manner where there is zero regulation. It generated altered, sexualized images, humiliating, explicit, and posted them publicly from its own handle. Imagine this was not even hidden. It's not private misuse. This is public sexual harassment happening in real time, AI powered. And it's not stopped with celebrities. Ordinary women are now being targeted. Private citizens are being targeted. In some cases, even minors. Perverts have been fully exposed here after Grok rolled out this edit image feature that allows users now to alter photographs using simple prompts like remove her clothes. Hindu goddesses have not been spared. This can't, at this point, we can assure you it's not humorous, it's not free speech, this is certainly not consensual. It's sexual exploitation at its worst, and all through artificial intelligence. The backlash now has spread fast. Europe has condemned it. UK, Britain has warned Elon Musk to pull down this feature or to fix it at the earliest. India also has stepped in. The IT ministry has written to X warning that Grok was being used to generate obscene and illegal content, violating privacy and Indian law. X has told, it's been told by the Indian government to take down all this content and act against the offenders and submit an action report within 72 hours or face consequences. That deadline has also passed now. We haven't really heard back from X. And what really makes it worse here is that instead of actual accountability, it seems like Elon Musk thinks this is funny. Elon Musk himself has posted image of himself in a bikini. Imagine. Only after public outrage did he warn users against creating illegal content. He feels this is funny. Why was this allowed in the first place? Why did safeguards fail? How can governments really act when tech platforms do not? Well, we're looking at technology stripping women here of their dignity. And anyone silent on this is only going to be seen as complicit. Let me bring in Khushbu Jain, advocate, Supreme Court and cyber law expert joining us. Kanish Gorg, founder, India Future Foundation and cyber security expert. Thanks both of you. Khushbu, your take on this as a woman, what you see here is appalling. What I see is absolute disgust and just exposes all the perverts online. And so easily all the people with their fantasies, you know, prompting Grok to give them what they want to see, and Grok is fully complying. There's zero regulation and X has not even responded. Indian government gave them 72 hours and that's lapsed. No response.
Absolutely, Nabila. This ability to strip women or to strip children and generate a non-consensual sexual images is not or no more an entertainment. If you have to look into it, I would call this an industrial level or industrial scale digital sexual violence that humiliate the 50% population of women, destroying their reputation and making everybody posting a single picture, every one of them feeling unsafe because those harmless selfies will now convert into a harm that would be a forever harm that would be caused. So that kind of uproar, that kind of unsafe environment that has been created by the technology, a technology which is out there at a platform which is with everybody, is something which is an alarming issue right now. I mean, this is something that we are discussing today and it's happening, is something I am shocked. There were some apps which were already available on internet which you can download and have an undress kind of a situation, and I was alarmed with that. But happening at a platform like X is something which is scary as scary as it can be. And with that, coming to an aspect that when you have options of implementing guardrails, when you have wherewithals or mechanisms to put it, how can something like that come out and be there available for all of us to see? And why do these platforms have to wait for government to intervene? Isn't it visible out there
No, but
clearly?
I'm just shocked without any safeguards. An AI system is being deployed without any basic safeguards. Uh, but what power does the Indian government have to stop it right there? When multiple countries have now raised an alarm, Europe, UK particularly has said that they're going to take action directly, directing their order to Musk itself, saying that he's got to ensure the regulation on Grok at the earliest. How do you think illegally Indian government can clamp down on this? They can't have a freeway to
Okay.
this.
Okay, so the first and foremost is there was something called as a safe harbor protection, which was given to all these platforms. With that safe harbor protection, 2021 new guidelines came up, and that safe harbor protection is no more an absolute safe harbor. It is a conditional safe harbor. That means if an illegal content, now these are all illegal. When a picture is posted without my consent, an explicit picture is posted, modesty of women, when children are involved, there are different laws which are being involved into it. These are illegal content. Now, when that is happening on a platform and platform is very well aware about it and does not take any action or fail to take any action, is where that safe harbor protection can be taken away from these platforms, which is being provided under the IT Act under Section 79 and under Section 73. And if that safe harbor protection is taken away, is where number one, they can be tried in the Indian criminal justice, in the criminal system, same as any other person who has created. Like, for example, I have done a criminal activity, but the provider was a platform. Platform was given a immunity. It won't be given the immunity. It can also be tried under the same sections in the same FIR. Number one. Number two, it can block those platforms for not complying with the Indian laws, and can go ahead and do that kind of an action also. And it's not just in India. I think these kind of laws are available all over when it comes to European nations or other places. That when it comes to implementation of the laws, or when it comes to illegal content on their platform, they were duty bound, or it's their duty to practically take down that content so that that content is not visible within their jurisdiction. And if the platform fails, I think then is where they come that they lose their immunity all over. And that's what is going to happen in India, that they can lose their immunity, by which they can be tried in the same manner. Apart from this, I will tell you one more
Kanish,
thing, Nabila, which you can talk about. I'm so sorry. Is something that here we are not just talking about the platform. We are talking also about the tool who is an enablement to create such kind of a
yeah.
content. Here is where I want to say that, can we punish a tool? Can we punish a person behind the tool? Because the intent of the person is that that image can be created. How can you are providing an image to be created without having systems in place? Like, for
No,
example,
no.
if
Can
I
you
want to
punish the
create my
person who's
image.
asking, commenting and asking for this picture to be?
Absolutely. Yes. One, he can be punished, but I want to go beyond that. Can a tool can be punished? A person who has created that tool, can he also be punished? A person who is asking for it, yes, he can be punished. If it's not his own picture, like, for example, if I want to put my picture and I want to see myself, absolutely fine. I have an option to do so. But can I do that with your picture? No, I cannot do that with your picture without your consent. Absolutely, is where I can be punished. But I want to come on the part that, can that tool, a person behind that tool, can that person be punished? Is something I think we should be
Kanish,
discussing.
I apologize. I have barely 30 seconds. In a nutshell, if you can tell me what has gone wrong here. And X hasn't even responded to the 72-hour deadline guideline given by the Indian government. Are they liable? Can the Indian government even shut down X just based on this? This is absolute sexual
X has
harassment
been
online.
non-compliant to Indian IT laws for a very long time. They don't even have a proper team right now. With the firing that had happened in X, right now the representation of a proper policy team or trust and safety team is completely lacking in India right now. The erstwhile team doesn't exist. So X continues to non-comply to significant social media intermediary guidelines which were introduced by the government in April 2022. And it can lose its safe harbor protection right now. What X is doing is dangerous not only for women and children, it's dangerous for the entire Indian society because the same information is then being used for bullying, for trolling women, and it's not source of an entertainment. So today, X could be taken to court by the government and X handle can be cut off.
Yeah.
There are countries which have banned X. Uh, I'm sure government doesn't want to ban a company where like X from India, which has so many
Yeah.
crores of followers in
Yeah.
this country, but X will really have to pull up its
It's
socks
yeah.
to ensure there's proper compliance of the Indian IT laws and the law of the land takes precedence over willful violation which is being done by X right now.
All right. Thanks very much, Kanishk and Kushbu, for joining us on this.